yours.
Now you can see why you see Marines that get sent here consider this posting a punishment.
Drive.
Suppose that would explain the brownouts. So, what's this going to run?
If there are no other surprises, mid-5 figures.
5 figures? 5? Fine. Do it. I'll be at the bar. Find me when it's done.
We're on it, sir.
I thought it was just a couple of nests. Going to have to lug cargo across half the universe to pay for this cleaning. Take care of your ship. Could end up costing you otherwise. Take care of your ship. Could end up costing you otherwise.
Need some work done? Hey, what can I do for you? I'm sure you can find something you like.
Stand clear, please. Vest removal in progress. Watch your step. Sorry, we've got a backlog. Stand clear, please.
Little buggers will drain a ship dry if you leave them too long. You think it looks bad out here? You should see inside. That outfit protect against lasers too? If not, you might want to take a step back. Little buggers will drain a ship dry if you leave them too long.
Building Cydonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape.
clutch of heat leeches, breeding in the utility section the other day. Not gonna be able to get that image out of my head for a while. Careful near the railings on the upper levels. It's a long way down. Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure. If you're going to use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels, try to keep them clean. I hate filing litter reports. Used to think I was Vanguard material, until I discovered that space travel turns my stomach in knots. The community center on P1 is a good place to connect with others, or fulfill any spiritual needs you may have. Do your part to keep Cydonia graffiti-free. Cydonia can have a depressing effect on some people. Make sure to get yourself help before it becomes a problem. Crime's at an all-time low around Cydonia. Let's keep it that way. Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're a minor. Or at least, they'll come crying to me if anything happens to you. Always nice to kick back at the Broken Spear after a long day. My buddy Mitch keeps asking if I can help him out with something, but I just don't have the time.
Make sure to keep them holstered at all times.
You look hurt. Might want to head on over to Reliant. Dr. Flynn will get you patched up. Watch out for the robots. They're surprisingly sneaky. The miners pretty much run the lower levels here. The Lux condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home. Be careful down near the mines and enter any active sites at your own risk. Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are way cooler than anything we've got. Almost break time. Come on, you can make it. Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything suspicious. You look hurt. Might want to head on over to Reliant.
Sorry.
Dr. Flynn will get you patched
What
up.
do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent to hitch a ride to this dusty red rock? We were told there were jobs.
Look, I get it. But we just filled our last
Nothing
open.
bad happens today.
I think we have a couple contracts ending at the end of next month. It's possible they may not extend them.
This is bullshit. I got a wife and kids at home. We can't wait almost 2 months for a job that may not even exist then.
Hey, I get it. There's nothing I can do.
Used to think
It's
I
out
was
of my
Vanguard
hands.
material.
You can take it
Until
up
I
in
discovered
court.
that space travel turns my stomach in knots.
But I have to get back to work.
Come on, forget it. Let's get out of here. Maybe it's not too late to catch a ride back home.
You know, I believe we've got the best mining team ever assembled here. Welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor, mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Cydonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat. So long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose. Oh, that! Oh, nothing to worry about. We do fracking on Mars with subterranean particle detonations. Those announcements are just to let people know when to expect them. Now, you probably felt the rumble when the detonations actually go off. That's all it is. Not too bad, eh? Basically, it's high-tech mining. We use immensely powerful controlled particle detonations deep underground to loosen up subterranean gases and other difficult-to-gather resources so we can harvest them. Sounds way more dangerous than it is. Probably. Actually, it's still pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Oh, come on, mate. It's perfectly safe. We're miles away, so all we get is a little jiggle now and again. Just make sure to hold the railing when going downstairs and you'll be fine. Yep, that's me. Joined up with Denis when I was just 17 as a mining gopher. Go for this, go for that, you know how it is. I worked hard, proved myself capable, and got the promotion to mining director about 6 years ago, after the old boss retired. Some of the older guys resent me, but I give everyone a lot of leeway as long as they meet their quotas. So that keeps them happy enough. Not so bad for one of the oldest mines in the settled systems. We struggle with the lack of decent equipment, but we work hard and make up for it. As I'm sure you know, we're responsible for supplying resources to Deimos Star Yards, which in turn is responsible for supplying UC naval vessels. That, among other major projects, makes us one of the United Colony's most important mining operations. The prestige and pay that comes with it almost makes up for being stationed at the arse end of the settled systems in the middle of nowhere. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now. Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job, off the books. Great! I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas, and we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some ore. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. Yeah, don't you think I want to? Corporate sets the contracts and they're not giving out anymore, so we work with what we've got. Something to do with insurance, benefits, and other liabilities. So I don't make the rules. Of course not. I'll pay you out of my own pocket. I care about my miners, even if corporate doesn't understand our struggles down here. I'm willing to put in some sacrifices to help. That's just the kind of guy I am. If I had the credits to buy all the equipment myself, I would. But this is the next best thing. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
Subterranean particle detonation. Be advised to secure this article and find safe routes or remain in the event of unforeseen Trevor. Detonation
Watch out for the robots.
in
They're
5,
surprising.
4.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down there, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
Particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Is Mars everything you hoped and more? Got an appointment at Enhanced tomorrow. It's such an important day for them.
Oh, that's such a wonderful moment for the both of you.
I promised myself I'm not gonna cry, but who are we kidding?
I'd love to take a vacation, if I had the time.
Let me guess. You're here because you were working a cutter, accidentally nipped your thumb off, and you need me to reattach it again? Well, that's a relief. You'd be surprised. Happens at least once or twice a week. Sorry. I tend to think the worst, since the overwhelming majority of my patients come here to treat entirely preventable accidents. I know it's my job to help people, and I love doing it, but I do wish they'd be a little more careful down in the mines. I'm Dr. Flynn. What can I do for you today? I've often wondered why myself. I've got some theories. From what I hear, the equipment's supposedly not in the best shape, so that's part of it. But I also happen to know the miners can get very competitive, since their bonuses are determined by how well they exceed their quotas. So that leads to a bunch of meatheads going out of their way to avoid following safety precautions, and taking shortcuts to squeeze out a little extra job performance. It's bollocks, that's what it is. You know, I've been saying that going on 10 years now. You'd think I'd take me own advice, open up my own practice on a nice, safe world, maybe settle down with someone. I'd be much happier, for sure. But the truth is, the pay is exceptional here, and all these careless Egypts keep me busy. Maybe it's enough to stay with it and retire early instead. Bollocks! Is that how I come off now? Work's getting to me, I suppose. It's just... You see, no one on this bloody planet seems to follow basic safety precautions. It's always, Dr. Flynn, reattach me arm, or help me with this frostbite. Well, maybe if you took the time to properly dress yourself for the outside, you wouldn't be losing your fingers, you Egypt. Sorry for the rant, just for a change, I'd rather be treating the common cold, and not some horrific yet entirely preventable accident. I've got whatever you need to help fix you up. Okay, one moment while I look you over. Really? You came to me for that? Okay. Oh. Well, by all means. Take care. Hey.
Carrying too many odds and ends. Time to learn something new. Yes?
Oh, I swear the next gobshite miner who walks in here fancying me for lack of better options is gonna need enhanced to put their face back together.
You buy from me, maybe I can give you the same discount I give to locals. Hello, welcome to the Cydonia UC Exchange. The best goods, all courtesy of the United Colonies, straight to all of the wonderful UC soldiers, workers, and other citizens. I've got a little of this, a little of that, and maybe a little of some other things you wouldn't expect to find at the UC shop, But that's because I try to provide for everyone here. So please, browse my stock and let me know what I can get for you, friendo. Take a look. Oh, friendo, you have no idea. You see, not only do I sell goods for the United Colonies, I also need to receive the shipments, stock the shelves, manage the inventory. Why, even now I have this big delivery. Tracking says it is here, but it is clearly not here. I don't see it, do you? The ship is out in the desert of Mars, not where it should be. Ship services tells me they can look at it, but I need my goods soon, and they're taking too long. Please, no. Have you ever dealt with them? I have. Too much bureaucracy, everything takes too long. Some of the goods are perishable. You could do this for me much faster. And you seem better equipped than I to deal with any problems you may find on board. What happened? I don't know. The ship was marked as approaching, then it landed somewhere out there, and that was the last I heard. Did it crash? I hope not. But maybe, yes, it did. That would be terrible. My shipment would be ruined. And the ship's crew. Oh, how tragic. What if? But we must not assume. We must be sure. And we must get my shipment. That is also important. Let's not forget. Oh, just various crates of supplies. Nothing unusual. You see what I have in stock, yes, friendo? More of that. The people here, they need their supplies. And I need to sell them supplies. And without that shipment, neither can happen, right? You could? Yes? This is what I hoped when we talked. If you go to where the ship was last seen, you could look at it. Find out what happened. Take care of anything on board that shouldn't be there. Pirates, killer robots, heat leeches, whatever. And check the crates to make sure nothing is broken. Then come back to me, so I can send someone to recover the shipment and get to selling. Easy as peasy, as they say. Ah, welcome back. Will you tell me the word on my ship? Anything? The UC, my employer, they try to furnish my exchange with plenty, but other planets, they need more, so we need to make do with what we get. But me, I have other ways of getting goods to sell, and so I do. I get a little bit of this and that from here and there, and that is how I provide for you and me. You understand? Ah, yes, it is the accent. I have been asked this before. Do not worry, I take no offense. From a very young age, I spent most of my life among the stars, aboard one ship or another. I picked up many ways of speaking, many languages. Because of this, the way I speak sounds strange to some, but that is the price I pay for knowing all the languages I do. Do I have any good deals, you say? Friendo, I am full of good deals. My prices may be fixed by UC pencil pushers many worlds away, but I may find ways to work with you. For example, I buy things to refurbish and resell. You bring me these, I give you credits, and we make deals. Ah, well, no worries from me, but maybe you could speed things up, yeah? I need you to go to where the ship is and see what the problem is. Oh, and help anyone on board, that's important too. Then you need to make sure it's safe and report back so I can send people to retrieve the goods on board. Easy as peasy. Hey, catch you on the flip side. Beats me.
God's sake, drop some of that rubbish already.
going to use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels. Try to keep them clean. I hate fighting.
Before you say anything, no. Mars is nothing like Earth. Heck, even Earth is nothing like what Earth used to be.
Hey, you looking for anything in particular?
Their latest album, already
I wish there was more to do around here.
are 3 times
Thinking gets
face value.
old.
When contacted, the Lux site's agent said it's going to... one heck of a show. Remember, get their music wherever slates are sold. Journalistic integrity.
Imagine being stuck down here gathering rocks for a living when there's an entire universe to explore. There'll be plenty of time later.
Live where you work. Tired of commuting from distant systems to Cydonia every day? Lux Condominiums has premium apartments available to rent. Whether you need single, double, or family occupancy, Lux has you covered. Inquire today.
Okay. I can see you're serious about helping me. That all you mind is really gonna bolster our numbers. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval. You don't think I've tried? Like I said, the guy is literally useless without his assistant. I don't even know if he knows how to actually use a computer. And everything Deimos does is so mired in bureaucracy because of their contracts with the UC. Which means, unfortunately, we need to do all the things by the book if we want them done at all. We just need you to take the job until we get the approval signed. Then you can quit, keep it, or do whatever. It's not as bad as it sounds. Worst case scenario, you may have to go fetch some stuff for him and go over his messages. It'll be easy, I promise. Now hold on, it's not that easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to secure the position for you.
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need.